Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another 1 second. My wrong microphone. Boom. Let's start that over again. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. And this will now be a regular time slot for the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. So you'll still get one on the weekends, normally Saturdays, 11 p.m., but you will now get one every Thursday, 5 p.m., people. So this is a permanent addition to the Sarcasm City TV schedule on Thursdays, people. So I said we was up in the work rate in this coming season. So yes, every Thursday, 5 p.m. UK time, you will get this show. Premier League top 8 predictions. So the rest of the gang will be joining. I'll be giving my predictions as well, but always with the Sarcasm City Sports Q&As. Get your questions in. The Premier League is almost upon us. Is your team equipped? Are you looking forward to the season? Are you like me and very much dreading the season? Who wins the league? Who finishes top 4? Who finishes top 6, top 8? FA Cup, League Cup, etc., etc. So I'm sure we'll be discussing all of those things, people. And if you are a member of the channel, then your question takes priority like a super chat, people. So if you're a member of the channel, links in the pinned comment. I will star your question. I will get to it. Of course, if you super chat, I will also get to it as well. But run up the likes, people. Hit the like button on the video. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live, hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this across all of the socials as well. And that's me flawless at Sarcasm City TV, at Sarcasm City TV. That's me flawless. And just as important as those two things, please retweet and like on the Twitter, share from the Instagram, subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV as well, and hit the notification bell as well. Big up to everyone that is locked in. Big up to Warrior J as always, Strasbourg Steve, AJB. Big up to Abdul as well. Said finally I found a flawless live. Yeah, man, you'll find us here 5 p.m. every Thursday. If these times suit you better. Big up Nephew in the cut. Big up King in the building as well. Like I said, get your questions in. Big up Reap says big up Sarcasm City TV as well. I know some of these daytime shows are better for you lot, so that's why I've added this here. But we got Steve in the cut. We got Jez in the building. What you man telling me? You man good?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. What do you think?
Man with the 16 out of 10 T. Love to see it, man. Love to see it. Jinlu, big up as well. But shouts to everyone that is tapped in. Like I said, man, get any questions in. But let's get to it. Top 8. Steve, we'll start with you, man. As currently constructed right now, 15th of August, 5:09 p.m. UK time. What is your top 8 in the Premier League?
Damn, I'll start with 8th. I'll probably have to go with Man United. 7th, I'd probably have to go with Aston Villa ain't gonna drop. I'll probably go with maybe Spurs.
Okay, Spurs 7th. Fez?
6th place would probably be like, oh my god, it's so fucking tough. Probably.
Do you need some more time? I could go to Jez if needs be.
Nah, you know what it is? I'm gonna go with actually, you know what? I'm gonna do 1 through 4 instead. Fuck it. Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal 3rd, Aston Villa. Then it'll be Chelsea and then Newcastle 6th. There we go.
Okay, so you've got
8
6.
is
Go on.
Man United, Spurs, Newcastle 6th, Chelsea 5th, Villa, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City.
Okay, how come you got Liverpool above Arsenal out of interest?
Because I just think they have a better manager.
Fez?
I just think they have a better manager. He's one of the
better than Arteta. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Like I think that if I was Arsenal, that's what I would have done. I would have swapped out Arteta for Arne Slot. I liked him for a few years. He inherited a pretty poor Feyenoord team. And he's done well with them to work their way up in the Champions League. They're competitive last year in the group with Lazio, Atletico Madrid, and Celtic. So I like what, you know, they're probably going to win a trophy this year, and I think they get like a 2nd place finish or something. So I think it is a big problem. I would have them winning the league if they just signed a few players, but I just think they're in a better space than
So you have
Arsenal.
Liverpool that high to the fact where hey, Nico, keep it clean in the chat. If you disagree, that's absolutely fine. But this poke holes in what man's saying is a footballing argument. You lot be wilding too much in the chat. Not the regulars or most people, but I'm saying poke holes in what he's saying from a footballing perspective.
Yeah.
What I'm saying also is based in some reason. Like, let's not act like Liverpool don't have a bunch of players that have won the Prem, Champs, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, etc. And let's not act like Arsenal are coming off a 4P. Because they're not.
You mean City? Oh yeah, you mean Arsenal are not coming off.
Yeah, I'm saying like
they're coming off of 5P of winning no trophies. I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming off 5 seasons with no trophies.
So for
That's
me, like let's not act like Liverpool have a terrible team. They have a team with some things that they need to address, sure. And they definitely, like I said, I would have picked them to possibly win the league if they made 3 or 4 signings, particularly a striker and a left back and a defensive midfielder. Yeah.
Yeah,
but other than that,
shame they couldn't get Zubimendi, man. Shame they couldn't get Zubimendi.
Yeah, I know. It's
a big shame.
And I just think Arsenal have been unbelievably quiet this window. Again, this is the history of the Arsenal, though. They don't ever strike when the iron's hot.
True.
Spurs had a similar opportunity a few years ago with Poch. They had a great 11. They had a very, very good 11. But they never got the bench to actually take them over the line. So, I don't know, man. I just think I think that our, Liverpool are good enough to kind of get in that elusive bridesmaid role. And they can challenge City.
So they gonna be it's the battle of the Luigi's between those two for second place.
Yeah. So I don't know why Arsenal fans would be getting upset that I don't
even know if he supports the ass. I'm not even sure. Man, he's just wild.
I don't know. I think he's just crazy.
Yeah, exactly. However, you mentioned Newcastle 6. If Newcastle finished 6, would you be happy with that as a Newcastle?
Depends what happens in the other competitions, really.
Okay, so you're looking at cup runs.
Of course.
Okay. Nah, first you're looking at
unless we win in the league or something. So
hey, you never know. Hey, if Manchester United can score 88 goals in this season, why can't Newcastle win the league?
No, flawless. Your minimum is 3rd. That's what I heard. Like your minimum is 3rd. You know? Your minimum is 3rd. Minimum.
Minimum's 3rd.
You know, like people are tired of you guys being a top 4 team.
Minimum is 3rd.
I didn't know that being tired of something meant it just went away.
Minimum is 3rd.
Wait, what Steve? What you mean? But what you mean? So people are tired to jumping from 4th to 5th. They want to be 3rd instead of 4th.
They just want to be a Champions League.
That is crazy.
Yeah, minimum 3rd, man. Minimum. And I put Man United that low because you have the same damn manager.
Oh, don't get mistaken. You had yours is City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Villa, Chelsea, Newcastle, Spurs, Manchester United. Correct?
Yeah, that was the line. That was it.
Yeah,
that's it. Okay, don't get mistaken. I would love to sit and argue and be like, oh, how dare you have us 8th? I hear it. I fully see the thought process behind it. You said we have the same manager and pretty much the same team. Hey, Prime, minimum 3rd.
Yeah,
Leeds United in a low-key in the title race. Well, the way people are talking about our attack, we have an attack. We have an attack in the side that is capable of going to win the Premier League. Because if you are getting 85 goals, that is potentially to go. You can win the league with that. The teams
unless
that
you're a Newcastle like we did last year.
Yeah.
I mean, what's it called?
But Abdul, who says Manchester United have a decent team, they'll surprise people. Just saying, why do you think this Abdul when it's the same team pretty much? Yeah. What do you think changed? What do you think has changed? Go on, say what you're going to say before we get to your 8. Big up Kadaki.
It's a new signing thing. Like you see new signings, and it makes you feel different. That's what I would say. It makes you feel different. So I think people just think that the signings that United have made, which are good signings, I'm not going to say that. People think not all of a sudden the light of United is different, the good is different and shit like. And with Brian's point, minimum 3rd doesn't mean you're challenging. You could finish 3rd. You could finish 3rd and still be 20 points behind 2nd place in 1st place. United, people forget United finished 2nd under Oli, and they were like 15 points behind.
But this is different, man. This is a new regime, man. This is Ineos and Ratcliffe and Barada and Wilcox and Rude and Hack. You know, that's what this is, Jez. You're not seeing the difference. You know,
Kaneki, do you remember Ineos' first window at Nice? People thought that they were going to be like a top 2 team in Ligue 1.
I remember that.
Weren't they in the relegation zone? Weren't they in the relegation zone for 3 months?
I know Nice are not Man United, but for me, because like there was hype in that OJ said Nice window. There was some hype on that. You remember that?
Yeah, because they had the likes of what Atal and all those guys. Nicolas Pepe and all, yeah, I remember that. And they sat in the relegation zone for 3 months.
They finished somewhere real.
I think just closer to the table.
No, they were far from mid-table. They were 16th.
Crazy.
They were 16th.
They had like 18 points.
Yeah, Saeed on the daily quadruple Kool-Aid shots. That ain't shots. He drinking that shit like you see me drinking out of this cup. He drinking it like you see me drinking out of water bottles. Yeah.
No, like he's obviously big up Zaid, obviously. By the way, I was supposed to say the quote that Daniel put in, Daniel is that. Yeah, because what's it called? Tenak just said something about Masrai, which is very interesting.
Oh yeah. I'll start. But we'll get to that.
But so it's like big up to Zaid, obviously, big up all the time. But he wants to be taught. Taught the character Mario, the mushroom. Not saying like
it's a
toad. Yeah, like so what's it called? Yeah, like so Liverpool's gonna be Arsenal's gonna be Luigi, and then Man United's gonna be Toad.
Yeah,
this is what he tells me.
Yeah.
No.
And big up to Madison who says I like how 99% of rivals are not even putting United in top 4. Personally, I predict 5th or 4th. You know what, Madison? I hope you're right. I hope Saeed's right. I hope we do finish 3rd. I don't think we're getting anywhere near 3rd or 4th. Go on, Kaneki, go on.
You want to know the thing? First of all, big up Steve. You lied to me. I thought you were doing a La Liga watch along today. I got let off from work early. I thought you were doing Getafe versus Athletic.
I'm doing Betis Girona for sure. I didn't
make sure you do it because Tony will be there. Because he's such a watcher. Yeah. Tony will be there. Man, Tony,
he's watching Toulouse play in their new yellow Nike away kit.
Yeah.
Right,
he's watching Rennes versus Mets. Yeah, joke.
Yeah. So for Madison, when I've spoken with Madison about his expectations, he's given good reasons for why he said 4th or 5th, because he said before, if we can manage to keep some form of consistency while everyone else fall off, because as he said, as anyone will rightfully say, we've seen Aston Villa go on a bad run of games, Newcastle go on a bad run of games. Those two are in contentions for top 4. Well, 4th actually. Yeah. You could say Spurs in and of themselves would have bad games. So Madison is saying if we can manage, if that was his words, if we can manage to just hold on a decent run, not a good run, just a decent enough run, we could probably nick 4th or 5th. I'm not going to challenge Madison on that, because you know why? I could see that happening. But 86 league goals with what midfield? McTominay's still here. I'm not going to bring up the Bruno numbers. I'm not going to bring up Bruno's numbers even. So we have a playmaker that can't playmake and a midfield that can't midfield, and we're going to score 8.
A playmaker that can't playmake.
All right. So and a midfield that can't make that's more mid than field. And we're 86 goals. And as I said before, because
it's the midfield of dreams.
Yeah, and they need to wake up from that dream. That's the thing, Steve. They need to wake up from that dream, fam.
Oh wow! Well, in the dream is going crazy. In the dream is going crazy. I'm saying.
I'm sorry, yo. We just lined up, with Mount in the 10 and Bruno in the false 9, and people think this team could do so. All right, sure, bet. Okay, sorry.
Yo, it's fun. Having Mount and Bruno in the team Watching Bruno and Mount in the team was like watching the Avengers versus Hawkeye. That's what it was. That's the Incredible Hulk versus Hawkeye. What are you doing?
Shit. Oh.
Yeah, Thanos is here with his whole entire army. Yes, I mean, you have Thanos here with his entire army coming to invade Earth, and we are relying on Hawkeye. Like, do these people, like, I need to understand because I've had to get into an argument with somebody that was trying to say unpopular opinion, but Bruno has a better legacy at Man United than Ronaldo, and I'm like,
yeah. You see,
do you
people,
want like,
hey, Kaneki, you see when people say stuff like that, yeah, you just have to just bypass it. Like people say certain stuff in the comments. It happens on a regular basis, yeah. Where I see
Ryan wouldn't say that. Ryan wouldn't say that.
Now Ryan would say that foolishness. He's on this whole Eze and what he's been saying foolishness in the group chat.
No,
you just want attention. But yeah, go on.
But the person said that, and I started looking at them, and I'm like,
if United start with a double tens in Mount with Bruno against Fulham long season, hey, the only shouldn't be and you are normally on the same page. The only
what do you mean double tens?
Yeah.
What do you mean double tens? What tens?
The only thing I disagree with you on here is the first word if. You know what I'm saying? We are starting with that. Let me just clarify. That's the front. That's the central front two, and it's going to be Garnacho on the right and Rashford on the left. I'm telling you that
Lou, what do you mean double tens? Based on what I've heard from Saeed, isn't Mount a wide fielder?
A wide fielder.
Hey, to be fair, in Football Manager, if you put the 4-4-2, you could do a wide midfielder.
In Football Manager, listen to me. Don't tell me about Football Manager. I won the Premier League with David De Gea at striker in Football Manager. You don't start with Football Manager.
Wild fielder is funny, yo.
Well, Bruno Fernandes falls 9. Bruno Fernandes is a false footballer, but falls 9. Like,
you know why I'm laughing so much, people? Because the season's like tomorrow. It's like all hitting me like what's going down. It's just the conversation is just like, and I'm gonna get to a couple of the comments as well. But yeah,
I know.
That's the front four, like we'll see. Wait for the meltdown, like Justin said. Like Justin.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this now, Flawless. If Man United lose or draw against Fulham, tell Saeed himself, do not allow me on the fan calling. Do not allow me on the fan calling. If Man United lose or draw against fucking Fulham, and to rub salt in the wounds, if Emil Smith-Rowe and Iwobi are the reasons why we lose or draw, do not let me on the fan calling. Z, if you're in chat, ban me, fam. If Man United lose or draw against Fulham, ban me. Ban me from the chat. You have my permission to ban me. King, I know you're a mod on Saeed's channel, fam. Ban me if that happens.
Let me get to a couple things. But we will get everyone else's Jez's Kaneki's, and I'll give my prediction again as well. And to Tamora Gabriel, who said 75 plus goals from such a terrible attack is genuinely baffling to me. But people have looked like me, like I'm crazy when I say this, because I actually think the attack will improve, but we'll get like 60, 61, something like that. I think we'll get like 4 or 5 more goals. One second, let me get to a couple things before you go, Kaneki. Big up to Abdul. Says, what changes is you now have 2 fit strikers in Xerxes and Hoyland with Ahmad being integrated. Another Garnacho season, the defense has been improved. Goals win you games, defense win you titles. So I get to this. So you say, what changes? You have 2 fit strikers now in Xerxes and Hoyland. Hoyland was fit the entire part of last season. Martial was fit the entire first half of the season, but them being fit or not is not the problem. Is not fitness levels. Are they good enough? Yeah. Hoyland, we watched die last season. Xerxes, I don't think gets the game time that people thinks he's gonna get. Why do people all of a sudden think Ahmad's gonna be integrated on top of this? Another season of Garnacho. Who was saying that to me? Veta was saying that another season. What does that mean? So because he has another season, that means he's automatically better. No, not necessarily with that. And in regards to the defense has been improved, I disagree with that. I don't think De Ligt is of Varane's level. Do I think Mazraoui is an improvement? Yeah. So let's say for argument's sake, the defense has improved. I don't think it's significant to the point where we're talking about Manchester United being a much better defensive team. And Kaneki already mentioned it, and others. Our defense is not solely our problem in terms. Our defense is not solely a problem in terms of just our defenders. It's also our structure. It's also
and your
our
goalkeeper.
Yes, the goalkeeper is still.
Don't
there.
get me started on Baba.
I feel like people don't talk about that enough.
And in regards to this defensive, we're not winning titles, so I don't know why you've mentioned winning titles as well. Man United will start slow, then when it clicks, it's going to be fireworks. The defense is improved. I've mentioned that. Technically, the bench too.
Can I take on this? Okay.
One sec. Yeah. And then you can go. I don't know how technically the bench is improved. I don't get that. Like, I think our bench was bad last season and it's bad this season. And if it is improvement, again, it's not significant because we need significant improvement, not marginal. The attack too. The attack's the same bar Xerxes, and the midfield is the exact same because we haven't signed Agate yet. I don't know if you lot have not learned from the Zubamendi deals or other deals.
The Moreno deal, the Bellingham and Chouameni and Camavinga.
The list goes on and on in regards to that. So we haven't signed Agate, but hey, that's just no. Before you go, Abdul, if you're still in the chat, Abdul, if you're still in the chat, how many goals do you think Manchester United score in the Premier League this season? That's my question to you.
Okay, so Man United will start slow. This manager doesn't have the freaking credit to start fucking slow. We are starting this Premier League owing goals. Let's just remember that we are negative goal. That we owe the Premier League goals. Okay, we rent due. Rent is due, big man. The checks are bouncing, fam. We need to balance the books. We are going into the season with negative goal difference from last season. That needs to be fixed. Start off slow. You've almost spent $1 billion. What do you mean start off slow? You spent over $500 million. Start off slow. Start off slow. What do you mean start off slow? You're like, it's going to click. What's going to click? Defense has improved. Okay, so we have a injury-prone right back, a 2 injury-prone centre back, and our best right back at left back. And a shit goalkeeper. What do you mean improve? What's improved? What's improved? We're one Sandro Martinez injury away from going back to Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans. What do you mean? Euro's out for what? 3 months. Yeah. We ain't seen that nigga until November. Yeah? So we have to do with Tweedledee and Dumb right now. Yeah? Tweedledee and Dumb is what we have to deal with in our back line. Yeah, Delict is one Salah tackle away from tearing another muscle and being out for 6 months. 6 months, what are you on? Isn't everyone here always praising the Premier League for being physical? Guess what? Delict can't be over physical. What do you mean? The attack, what attack? You mean Bruno Fernandes and Mount? That attack. Yeah, with Garnacho and Marcus Rashford. What do you mean? That front four, has the football intelligence of a clipped toenail. Yeah, just that front four right there, the intelligence of a clipped toenail. You need to understand that manager is still here. His favorites are still here. Still here. The shit that cost us last year are still here. Am I the only one that still noticed that?
That's the thing. Is the manager's still here. There's still the vast majority of the same players.
And you're like, Xerxes, listen, I'm waiting for when the fan base turns on Xerxes. I'm giving the fan base a month before they turn on Xerxes. I'm giving them a month. Because I know the player he is. I've told all of you what the player he is. I don't need to tell Steve the type of player Xerxes is. I've explained to all of you what Xerxes is. When Xerxes isn't sprinting like Mbappe, diving into headers like freaking Cavani, and showing passion like Bellingham, this fan base is going to hate him. I'm telling you, he's going to be branded as Anthony Martial 2.0 in a month. Just wait.
Yeah.
I could see that happening. I could definitely see that happening. Let me get to a couple of things as well. Hey, big up Vaya every single time. I did mention you earlier because someone mentioned about it was Garnacho and was like talking about their second season and like that automatically because he's got another season under his belt means that he's going to improve. Which again, as you said, Vaya, very very gracefully, aspirations. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is, and expectations and all that
Listen.
stuff.
You have a
like, yeah.
complete. You have a complete squad, Flawless. You have a complete squad.
Yeah.
A complete shit squad.
If you sign 2 more midfielders.
That's it. But you lot make sure you subscribe to Veta Games TV as well. To Hano, who says, can Xerxes reach 10 to 15 goals? Not under this manager, no, because I don't think he gets the game time to do so.
Not underneath.
Like game time, but I just don't see him getting it. Same way Hoyland, as much as he has his limitation, reached double figures, but he got game time to do so. So I don't know if Xerxes, does he go with Xerxes or does he go with Hoyland? Maybe it's neither. That's what I'm thinking. He might go with neither.
Scott McTominay falls. Bruno, and you're ready to your first.
Goals is the option. He might do that. I could be wrong, but Hoyland did just get the 9. So
what do you mean could be wrong? You watched him play our best defensive midfielder at left back, and had our only left back in the club sitting on the bench.
Yeah, I hear that. I trust. Why bring him in if you're not going to use him? Use who? Are you talking about Xerxes? Are you talking? I presume you're talking about Xerxes. Xerxes Justice. If that's the case, I'll respond in a second. If that's who you're talking about, I just want to make sure it's the right guy as well. Ten Hag on Warrior J, big up for dropping the comments as well. Delit and Maserati will be in the squad. Harry Maguire will be in the squad as well. That's for Ten Hag. Luke Shaw, he said he'll return in the short term. It doesn't take long. We are looking forward, of course, a very important player for our team, so we want to get him back as soon as possible. But we can't.
Yeah, that's what you said last year.
As well, Ten Hag on the clinical finishing. We know we create many chances. We don't, but we move. It's not about composure, more clinical in both boxes. I do agree with that. Like, we need to be better in both boxes. It'll be an attention point in the coming weeks and months to improve. We need too many chances. I do agree with him in that in regards to it. Hoyland is injured and he won't start Xerxes, so we'll start Bruno as the false 9. Yeah, I reckon so. So yeah, if you're talking about Xerxes, the reason why bring him in if you're not going to use him, because Manchester United don't make sense. Actually, let me scratch that. This manager doesn't make sensible decisions. That's why. Is this team? My biggest criticism of the team is the manager. Someone asked me yesterday, it's Tony actually, asked me and said, do you believe Manchester United could finish top 4 with this squad, with another manager? I said, yes.
Yeah.
The squad is capable.
Yes.
The squad is capable of top 4. The biggest hindrance is the manager. Now, again, does that mean I'll rate the squad and don't want improvements? No, that's not what I'm saying, because the squad still needs to be improved.
You don't have a complete squad.
Reach top 4. Yeah, we far from a complete squad. But hey, someone saying we can score 85 goals or 88 goals. Or shout out to Traps. A range of 75 to 85. All right, bet. All right, sure. Bet. Yeah. Sure. No hiding for Ten Hag this time. The thing is, though, Leslie, don't get your excuses. People get excuses.
You know, already give him in the excuse because Luke Shaw is injured.
Luke Shaw's injured, Euro's injured, and he didn't get back to the window.
Sandro Martinez will get injured. Onana will make some mistakes.
Someone's going to tell me that he wanted Frankie de Jong for the 7th fucking
Mason
time.
Mount won't put the passion and the blood and thunder, guts, whatever.
Outrageous. And yes, the man asking about Flawless, you got a fantasy league code. Yeah, Fat set it up, so I double check it and I drop it in the chat during the show as well. But you lot continue to get your questions in. Over 40 of you lot in the building. Let's get up to 40 likes. Get up to 40 likes, people. Hit the subscribe button on the channel, please, as well. Yeah, AJB. And for those that are new here or join late, I should say, for those that join late, this will be a regular show at this time or every week now. So weeklies, Thursdays, 5 p.m. UK time, you'll get the sports Q&A as well. Yeah, Madison, the excuses are there already. 100% the excuses are there already. Injuries, then he didn't get back to the window. Yeah. Same way that's with the excuses last season. Not so much back to the window, but injuries, because injuries will happen. Players are going to get injured.
You know, spending over $500 million in the last 3 years. No, man, he wasn't backed.
Yeah, the team is not ready, but the league starts. We can't hide
from
it.
What do you mean the team is not ready? Make the fucking team ready.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't understand. Did he actually say this? Big up to Fatso as well. Did he actually say this?
Let me look it up. I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Yeah,
that sounds like a 10 out. That sounds like the most 10 out thing to say.
Panel, would it surprise you if someone other than Arsenal or Manchester City win the Premier League?
If Liverpool did, not really.
Yeah, if someone other than Manchester City wins the league, I'd be super shocked. Because teams are way.
If Liverpool did, I wouldn't be that.
Nah, they short, man. They short.
No, they're short. They are. But like,
and that's not Slot. Let's say
No,
Slot is
no.
exceptional. I still look at that team and go, I just forget the manager. To me, I look at the team. It's the quality of the team with Liverpool.
Yeah.
Why I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's solely on him. I don't know enough about Arne Slot to say whether he's good or not. But even with Klopp there, who I rate highly as a manager, even though I criticize, that team with him, I don't think is good enough. That's
No.
quality.
If any other team other than Arsenal or City won Arsenal Jester, Arsenal don't win shit. Let's be real. Yeah, let's be real. They ain't winning shit. I could give Arsenal a 10-point gap with 3 games left. They choke the league same way. Leave them alone. So otherwise from City, no, it wouldn't really shock me because, as I said before, if Chelsea finds some bullshit 5-back formation, it's wraps.
Yeah.
And if Unai Emery pulls
Yes,
off
Villa.
this stupid terrorist shit, think about this. If the games where Aston Villa fumbled because they lost those games, they lost games they shouldn't have lost. If Aston Villa had kept up form for just 4 more games, they finish like what 2 points behind 2 rounds,
Say that
5
again?
points behind Arsenal.
Say that
No,
again.
I'm saying the games that Aston Villa fumbled, like the 2-2 draw when they were leading,
Yeah, they
and
had
all
a
those
terrible
things.
ending to not terrible ending,
Yeah.
but that second half of the season was not good
Yeah,
whatsoever.
if they had kept
We
up,
did the double over them as well.
yeah, if they had kept up form for just 4 or 5 more games, Aston Villa would have not only have been comfortably third, I think they would have been like 5 points behind Arsenal.
In the end, they finished 1 second.
23 behind Man City in first.
Crazy. 68 to 82 the gap.
Yeah, Aston Villa finished 4th on 68.
Yeah, they were
Liverpool at
14 points off Liverpool they finished.
Yeah. And if they had kept up for 8 games, that's 3. Look, that's 3 points. As I'm saying before, that's 3 points. Okay.
Yeah.
1-0 Sevilla. Okay. So anyway, if Aston Villa has kept up form for like 4 or 5 games is what I'm saying. The games where they lost, it was their fault while they lost. Complete incompetence while they lost.
Just as
it
you
would have
said
been
this
different.
before, I agree. I do not think the Premier League. So what's your top 8, Justice?
He thinks Chelsea are going to finish like 2nd or something.
Well, you said Chelsea 3rd last season, but I want to know what's your top 8, Justice?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you said I've seen you write this comment on a couple of occasions. So what if you don't think it follows the script? I don't. I think everybody is kidding themselves. City is still the best team, still with the best manager, with the best squad. And I'm a Manchester United fan saying that. It pains me to admit it, but they are the best team. Anyone who thinks City are not going to win the league are in dreamland. Same way last season when people thought Arsenal would win the league, we're in dreamland. Same way the season before when people thought Arsenal would win the league, they're in dreamland. Look at the 2 teams. Look at Arsenal's side. Look at their 11. Look at their manager. Look at City's side. Look at their manager. Look at their 11. And it's clear as day. If we were all managers right now and we blanked out the names of each team and you can pick from 2 squads to manage to go pick the Premier League, all of us, probably bar Ryan, are picking Manchester City. You can manage Manchester City's team. You can manage Arsenal's side. Scratch that. Blank out all the names of all the 20 teams in the Premier League right now. And you're a manager. And you can pick one squad. They say, right, you can have any of these squads to go win the league. We're all picking cities. So why won't they win the league? Bear in mind, they have clear as day the best manager. Unless someone's telling me there's a manager that's close. The closest manager to Pep left in club. Who's the second best manager in the league? Emery?
Unai Emery.
And Emery's nowhere.
I rate
Emery highly. He's nowhere near. He's nowhere near Pep. And I rate Emery highly. I think he's a very, very good manager. And for that second tier, he's the guy. I think he's the best man of that second tier. He's the best manager. If you're trying to finish top 4, you're trying to win Europa Leagues and FA Cups and League Cups and domestic cups, that is your guy. That is your guy without doubt. If you're trying to go one further, I don't think he is the guy. He's the best B-level manager, I think, in the league. Maybe in Europe. But I'll have to do more research. But he's up there is the point I'm making. How many Europa Leagues has he got? 4. 4. Right.
4.
And what do we call Ancelotti? You also has 4 to 5 Champions League. The guy, the Don of the Champions League. Yeah. What are we talking about here, man? Like, people stop. Like, we just gotta, like, let's just be honest with ourselves. Yes, there's hope. Yes, we can support. Yes, I want to be wrong. I love nothing more than United to finish top of the league. It's not happening. What are we doing out here? Well, what are we doing? What are we doing out here? It's mad. Big up, Dunsey. I see you in the chat as well. Hey, big up, Mike, for the super chat. Appreciate it. Says, passing through to show love. One City, second United. Damn. I hope you're right, Mike. Third Arsenal, fourth Spurs. So you got no Liverpool in your top. Okay. What's your, you don't have to super chat, Mike. What's your 5 to 8, please? Genuinely want to know this. What's your 5 to 8? Well, big up, Mike. Big up Mike every single time, man. Shout out to Mike. Hey, big up to Lee Slim. Says hit the like button, people, as it helps Flawless with the YouTube algorithm and channel. It really, really does. Over 60 of you lot in here. I don't know how many likes we're on. Let's see. Not enough. Only at 36 likes. Let's get up to 50 likes, people. Let's get up to 50 likes, please. Hey, AJB, write your question again as well. I would have missed it. Are Chelsea getting Osimhen and Felix? I believe Felix deal has just been rejected. I believe they got Osimhen. I think they'll sort it out.
Felix,
I think so.
Felix. Oh, boy.
I think they'll get Osimhen. I do think.
Yo, if Felix is smart, dog, just go
Before you go,
Arsenal.
yeah, Mike, that's a good question. Why do you have Manchester United second? I ain't even here to debate. I just want to know. You got fifth Liverpool,
Villa, Chelsea.
Okay,
So then you'd have like a Newcastle or okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think Liverpool outside the top 4 is crazy to me, just because of their quality. Yeah. I think I could manage that team into top 4. Genuinely.
Probably, yeah.
Genuinely. And I'm the furthest thing from a qualified football manager. I'd be out there worse than
that, man.
No,
don't talk down on yourself like that.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. You know what it is? My management, I couldn't deal with people. That'd be my biggest issue.
You're not a people person?
Absolutely not.
If I was
to be good at this, I have some element of control of this.
Yeah, he can mute people.
I can mute people. I can lock off. I don't have to work with people I don't want to work with. You've seen me when I've been. Obviously, it's all football, but you've seen me when people have said stuff, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Not so much me and you, because more often than not, I can see where you're coming from. But you've seen me mainly on other channels where someone will say something. I'm like, "This is not what we're doing." Like, stop.
Yeah, I couldn't manage Liverpool. I'd slide tackle Darwin Núñez every single time in training.
Plus that too. Prime, what are you saying? Oh, you good? You good, Prime?
Yes. Good. What's up, people? What's up?
Oh, good.
Bless
up, man. Looking forward to the season. I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking forward to the Premier League.
I'm one of the very few Chelsea fans who's actually like.
If I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be excited for the season. With what you've
done,
a
lot of Chelsea fans are like down and depressed, and they're listening to rivals, and they think that we're going to be terrible. Like, no, I think we're going to have a very good season.
Yeah, and that's what I don't want to happen.
So you got City first, Villa second, Chelsea third, Arsenal fourth, Newcastle fifth, Liverpool sixth, United seventh, West Ham eighth. Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Arsenal finished fourth. That would be fucking.
Arsenal end up finishing fourth.
Spurs outside of top 8 is.
That's crazy.
Crazy. But kind of understandable, maybe. Villa being second
that's crazy.
Is crazy.
Villa second is crazy. Arsenal having the best defense in the league and finishing fourth.
No, but Villa
Chelsea being third is crazy as well.
That too.
No.
Our defense is too shambolic for us to finish third.
Prime, you guys literally won the league with Kurt Zuma and Christensen.
Yeah.
With Victor Moses.
No, hold on. No, we didn't. Christensen wasn't a starter when we won the league. And with Kurt Zuma.
That was with David Luiz.
You want me to say David Luiz?
Yeah, but that was in a back 3 under Antonio Conte.
Okay, so you're telling me that you can't find a way to bullshit the league again with a back 3 again? Let's be honest.
Wait, hold up.
This back 3 is not the same as that back 3.
Who was the back 3 when you won the league? Who was the back 3
under
for
Conte?
David Luiz.
Under Conte, our back 3 was Azpilicueta, David
Luiz,
Harry Cahill. Our wing backs were Moses.
If you put those 3 in this Chelsea side, they start.
You also forget our goalkeeper was Courtois, and in front of that back 3 was Kante and Matic.
Yes.
Did we also want to forget
all of those from the goalkeeper to the 3 centre backs to the 2 central midfielders that Prime just mentioned? All of them start for Chelsea if they're there.
Then you had Victor Moses.
This was a Premier League in a bit of a disarray. There was no Pep, and our only title challenger was Spurs. So that's a given we'd win the league.
Now, do
But
people
first,
forget?
but fir-
Do people
Yeah, go on,
do
Jason.
people forget? That's
And
what I say.
also,
Like sometimes I
Conte
feel like
almost and also you don't know this connect. Conte almost sabotaged that league title.
yeah, midway through the season, right?
Because of the
He
Costa
fell out,
text
he
message.
fell out with Costa
Yeah,
in
the
December.
Diego Costa, I remember that.
Yeah, Costa wanted to leave to go to
Was it-
China. Conte dropped
January.
Costa out of the squad for like a game or two. They
He wanted
made
to
up.
sell William to Man United.
Yeah, they made up. We won the league, and then once the season ended,
And you
Conte
also
just
had
like,
It was Costa and Hazard, right? That was
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
our
Costa
forward,
was-
yeah, Costa, Hazard,
Right,
Pedro,
and they
Willian.
don't. So
no.
just to clarify, that team is miles clear of this. And I rate this
And
Chelsea
also,
team currently.
No.
we won the, and
Oh, that's
also we
better.
won the league 2 seasons before that as well. Like we
Mm.
had a title-winning spine.
Do people forget?
I know that, but at the end of the day, fam, you're Chelsea.
No, but
I know, which is
people,
why
people also forget. By the way,
Yeah,
like we
but
finished
you can't-
second that season.
like what Flawless says, you can't unite your way to a title.
Exactly, and that
Yeah.
it's not even United away. It's just Chelsea. Like
No,
you
we're
man,
not gonna-
I've seen you guys in complete disarray before, and you guys have challenged for a league.
No, but there's a different story
We've
because
never
even
been
with
in
Conte,
disarray
though,
one at a time.
Yeah,
when we've
go on.
won the league, we've never
Yeah,
been in
okay.
disarray.
Hmm?
When have we been in disarray when we won the league?
What year was it again? No, it's just the Antonio Conte year when I'm saying that when you guys were just when the fall off happened with Diego Costa. I'm like, that season, I was like, yeah, man, you guys aren't going to win this, and you still find a way to pull it off and win it. Like, I don't trust you guys. I don't trust. Your
But
team
that's
is trash.
No, but Kneki, that's why I said like I mean, I don't want to spoil my prediction because we'll get into it later. But like, I think we will challenge for top 4 because the attackers we have too many not to be able to like outscore the majority of teams we face.
I agree with that.
I think we can challenge for top 4. Potentially, we could get it. But what will let us down is our defenders, in particularly our center backs. I think the first half of the season will be so chaotic with Maresca trying to find the right pairing. You have Colwell and Badiashile and all these strippers at the back. Like we'll concede too many goals.
Nah, I just want to put my 2 cents in this. People also forget.
Go on.
That season as well. Like obviously, Brian already mentioned it. We never even was. We was never first in that season, by the way. When we were second place to the. We finished 7 points behind them, and guess how many points City finished behind us?
Go on, how many was it?
They finished 8 points behind us that season.
Was that Pep's first season?
That was Pep's first season. That was Pep's first season.
So I feel
that was Pep's first season.
Yeah,
that was Pep's first season.
Yeah. So I just feel like we not really taking into account that the child, even somebody who's not challenging City, if it's not City who's going to win it, it's going to be a lot more competitive, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I just think this, like I say, Villa second. Yeah, go on. Sorry, Jess.
Bro. I was obviously aware I have to do something, but I had my headphones on just to make sure I don't miss anything. I heard a lot of things. Just in the last 20 minutes, I heard a lot of crazy things that in the chat. Crazy things I heard.
Yeah, I get it. Everyone's tired of City winning the league and everything. Everyone wants a different winner. I understand all of that, but what you want and the reality is two very different things.
This is how wild.
This is actually stop. Like I was on the stream.
I'm not tired, by the way.
And people were saying,
"You know what? You can shut up, mate. How about that, Steve? You shut up, mate. You know what I'm saying? No one asked you anything."
I was on the stream yesterday, right? I was on the stream yesterday, and people were saying that, "Oh, do you not want someone else to win the league?" And then I said, "Why does it have to be Arsenal? Me wanting Arsenal to win the league or not wanting them to win the league, it's not going to be the difference.
Exactly.
Arsenal's not going to win it. Liverpool, who I think, if a team were not to win the league, I think Liverpool maybe might be the best bet in terms of they have players who have done it before. They have actual world-class players: Salah, Van Dijk, Alisson, Trent. However, they're not going to win it either. So City will do a 5-peat because no one else is good enough.
This is how mad you lot are that you got me and Prime singing from the same hymn sheet. I sound like him. He sounds like me. This is how mad it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are fully is. It is correct because we disagree on quite a bit, I would say. You know what I'm saying? But this is something that I no dispute with what you're saying, what you said there. And I'm glad you said it, so I know I'm not going crazy.
Yeah, there's no disagreement about it.
I said the same thing in regards to what you want and what will happen is two completely different things. Type of thing.
The matter thing is,
it's mad.
I used the example. I said this already on here. It's crazy, but Arsenal. I'm an on chat, multiple fans, multiple clubs, blah blah blah. Yeah. Arsenal fan asked me who's Arteta out and doesn't think he wins the league. Asked me, Jess, do you think Arsenal's going to win the league? And who you think wins the league? If not, I said no. I think City win the league, and he agreed with me. Then the other Arsenal fan came at me, asking why, only why, not even anything else, just why. And I told him City has shown consistently they can go and win the league, even in tight situations. Literally did it twice in a row. And guess what? The Arsenal fan that asked me why never replied to me back. Because nobody can give me an answer why City all of the sudden just cannot win the league no more.
It's not even that.
It ties into what Prime just said. It's because people don't want them to.
And
that's
and
no,
the thing is,
because
right? I think City's last two league title wins, like
they were the weakest. That was their two weakest performances in the league.
I think, not saying they didn't deserve to win it, but I think it's more so the fact of Arsenal and Liverpool last season have bottled the last two titles. They've had it in their hands to take it from City, who were because again the narrative. I remember the narrative during the season was Liverpool, City are finished. Haaland's been exposed. KDB's fallen off. They're done.
Ruben Diaz is finished. Rodri's out.
All this talk. Saliba, Saka, all this talk, and then now we're saying that Pep can't be beaten. So the last that shows me that either we all keep underestimating City or we all keep overhyping Arsenal. I think Arsenal's squad is good enough to win, but again, your manager.
No, they're not.
Fine, that's debatable. But I think they can win it. But we all agree their squad is holding them back.
Yeah. Like their squad is. I think
their manager. Sorry, their manager.
Yeah. I've said this that as much as I think they do have holes in their squad, their biggest problem is the manager. When I look at Arsenal and City, the biggest gap between those two is the managers.
Flawless. Klopp did it. He fluked the title against Pep, so it's possible. You can win one.
Actually,
it's possible.
Wait. Is there a bigger gap between Man City's number 9 and Arsenal's number 9, or is the gap bigger between Man City's manager and Arsenal's manager? Because Havertz versus Haaland.
Yes.
Haaland versus Havertz is universes.
That's a good question. But I also think the gap between the strikers is bigger.
Yeah, the gap between the strikers is bigger because you can put it like this. If Arteta had stayed at Manchester City for like 2 more years, I could say he would be very close to Pep. Like it wouldn't be it would be miles apart, but not that far. Arteta, but Havertz to Haaland is comparing Pluto to Jupiter.
I think the distance is equal in different ways, but I think it's equal because you have Pep, who is a generational manager, arguably the greatest of all time. I think Arteta is a very, very good coach.
A very promising young upstart.
But he's promising up and coming. Whereas you have Haaland, who is a world-class manager. I don't think he's generational or anything, but you have a world-class manager, and you have Havertz, who does not start up top for any team in the league.
And sometimes plays as an 8.
That gap, I think it's equal.
Yeah, and Jester, I said Pluto for a reason. Yeah. That's why I said Pluto to Jupiter. I said Pluto for a reason.
That's very smart. Let me get to the super chat as well. Hey, Mike, big up for the super chat. Appreciate it. He says, don't know why, but this is the most positive I felt going into a season. I think we have most of the pieces to challenge this season. And Mike's my guy. And this is the point I'm making. Manchester United. And this is the point I'm making. Hear what he said here, people. Hear what he said here. He thinks United finishing second. Whole different conversation. He thinks United isn't. Yeah, we're not getting into that. But however, forget that. Look at the reasoning behind it. It's the most positive I felt. Feeling. I've said this before. There's no Mike's my guy. There's no logic with Manchester United finishing second.
What have Ineos done for United fans to think that you guys can go?
Give us got us a good DOF, a CEO, a COO, and fix the tunnel.
They have people in the team. They got people in the team that can actually think.
fix the tunnel, put footballing people in footballing positions. Yeah. And I did a couple deals like and I've actually moved well in the transfer window.
And the best part, keeping Ten Hag. That's
Hey, I thought I told you short, mate. You know what I'm saying? How about that? No one asked you this fucking guy. You know, this guy's a dick. But like that's it. But yes, but big up to Mike. Hey, Mike, I appreciate the super chat, and we discussed this, and we disagree on this. But like I said, we are not finishing. We are not finishing fourth. Like, let's just clarify that. Manchester United, we ain't finishing fifth. Highest we can get is sixth.
Yeah, and what's his name in chat? What's his name in chat? KGB, fam. Havertz starts for Man United. Mount starts for us, fam.
You know what? We did it on back again, and we was running jokes, and United was one of the few teams we actually picked.
Havertz, starts for us. I don't think Havertz starts for United.
I don't think so too.
Nah, I'm putting Xerxes over him now, to be honest. But we didn't have Xerxes at the time we was having a conversation.
Listen, I put Højlund over him.
Damn.
Yeah.
I know you're trash, but trash. I put Højlund over
him. What's it called? Did you see the Ten Hag call about Maserati?
I think someone started. Hey, Mike, big up again though for the super chat. He said, one second. Was it on? No, I didn't start it. Go on. What did he say?
So he said, Peter tweeted that Ten Hag confirmed Maserati is an additional one who can fill left back position as long as Luke Shaw and Tyler Malacia aren't in the team. It's quite difficult to put him under pressure, especially in English football. That can be very beneficial. So that's what he said. And my prediction is he's going to play in left back instead of right back, and Dalot's going to play right back.
Exactly. So it's like, just go and sign a left back, like I said.
Does Ten Hag know that most of the injuries that Mazzarri picked up at Bayern Munich came from him playing left back because he can't play left back? Does Ten Hag know this?
That I didn't even.
Luckily, you know I didn't tell him that when I was doing the deal.
Let me just remain, respectful. Because this team and this manager, Arab King, big up, man. He says, "What teams do you have as a dark horse to finish higher than expected?"
West Ham.
Chelsea. So you got West Ham. Kaneki said West Ham. What you saying, Jess? Brighton.
Higher than I expect, or the general consensus?
What do you think?
Higher than you expect. Wait. No, that would make no sense. General consensus, sorry. That would make no type of sense. General consensus.
Higher than the general consensus.
Yeah.
Chelsea.
Cool. Steve?
Crystal Palace.
Are you saying the Palace? The Palace. All right,
the Palace.
Okay.
Hold on for a second. But if you're saying West, hold on. If you're saying general consensus, if you're saying general consensus, then why are you saying West Ham? Because everybody actually expect West Ham to do better than people think.
Well, if you have West Ham,
a lot of people say that.
If you have West Ham fifth, that's higher than general consensus, I would say. I
think there's a lot of people that put West Ham in those positions.
Wow,
not actually. No,
I've seen a lot of people.
I've seen it, as you say before, because when we did it before a lot of people started doing their Prem predictions. When we did it on the Yardman, and I put West Ham there, and I explained why. Further down, I started seeing everybody else do. I even talked to Steve about this before in July when I said West Ham is a team that people need to keep an eye on. When I started seeing a lot of Prem predictions, the reason being why everybody's saying it is because, they signed to Debo. And I'm like, no, I'm putting West Ham to finish further because of their manager. I actually trust him.
Okay.
See, and that's where I kind of differ. I kind of have some question marks about Lopetegui. Because the whole Wolves thing wasn't on him. It was just
that was more Wolves than him. It was more Wolves on the players. I can't read. You have a good reasons. I'm not negating the reason. It's just that he came there to play his system, and a lot of the key players in their squad refused to play it. He wasn't getting back to. He lost his best midfielder. He lost his best midfielder. Like, who loses Ruben Neves, and who was his replacement again? Who did Wolves sign?
They brought in
Joe Gomez.
They brought in Jean-Ric Bellecade from
Lemina and Plessico.
Exactly. I was just about to say Lemina. Like, really?
Lemina.
But they signed Joe Gomez with it as well, though. Like, he came in addition, and I think they signed Bellecade as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
then,
did.
They made signing like because he left quite early in the season in the preseason, and I get the understanding because he didn't get signings, and maybe there were conversations behind where saying, "Oh, we're gonna get you the signings," but then at the end of the day, you had Wolves, you had Wolves, and Wolves don't spend money.
Oh.
They don't spend money like that. So for me, it's kind of like
Well, they used to. They used to spend money.
Yeah,
Used to
but
spend
obviously not in the not in this particular time
Not
that
anymore.
as I
Yeah.
was speaking, and for me, it left a bitter taste with me, Lopetegui, in the way I look at him as a manager, because it's like other managers were willing to go and take the job and do still a good job with the Wolves team, because the Wolves team wasn't that bad. And
No, it
obviously you said
wasn't.
they didn't, and obviously you said they didn't. See, I say it's just bad, it was just bad mismanagement from just everyone, in my opinion, the Wolves
Yeah.
situation. So
Cool.
it is what it is, to be honest. Like I don't particularly have Lopetegui that high as a manager, but the West Ham team is there. I say this: my biggest issue currently probably is the pivot and the fullbacks. I'm still look at them a
It
bit
is.
funny, but
Yeah, that's
but,
what Mike. You know what Mike's has spoken about that and said how bad their
yeah, I looked at
and
the
their
team.
pivots.
The team from
Yeah.
the centre. I told you, West Ham fans gonna start crying. They're gonna see ball playing centre backs. But I'm telling you, but and the fourth line looks solid as well. But I'm telling when the spine isn't. But when the spine isn't as good as if the spine doesn't perform as high, the rest of the team can't
Yeah,
as well.
because
And this is where I look at the pivot.
Kenaki, before you go,
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is where I
let me
look.
just
This is go on.
go on. Now I was just gonna
shut the
say,
fuck up, Jez.
Hey, shut up, man. Shut up.
pause for the cause. For those that are asking, double check if this FPL code, because if it don't work, it's on Fats, because Fats set
I'ma
up the
check
league.
it.
So
I'ma
double
check it
check
right
before I start promoting it, because you know it's Fats and you know what he's
Okay,
like.
I'm making
Well,
FPL, man. I'm not
he
gonna play
decided to
after
set
3
this
weeks.
up.
But
So
fuck
yeah,
it.
double check if the
This
FPL
might be
code
his OnlyFans
does work,
password.
people. It is.
No.
That's
Oh,
now he won't give
Nah,
it
that's
away
how
for
he's
free
stealing.
charging.
That's how he's stealing Social Security checks with this
Yeah,
FPL
he
shit.
would
I
charge for
clocked
that.
it.
Yeah, it works.
So it works. Okay, so if everyone's talking about, does it say Sarcasm City TV at the top? I've not checked this whatsoever. This is all on Facts. What does it
It
say at the top?
says it's got like Lee Slims in there. It's
No,
got
no,
No,
What does it
what's
say
the
at the top of the
title? The
league?
title. Yeah, the
The
title.
title. Does it say Sarcasm City TV FBL League? What does it say?
not on this thing, but
What's the league called? Let us know in the chat. What is the league called? I'll drop the link. I know. I was just making sure it worked beforehand. I don't even know what the link is myself. I need to set up my own team.
You're gonna
What
put
did-
Hoyland and Xerxes in your
Yeah, as much
FPL
as you're
team?
gonna put Almiron in there in yours.
Yeah. Shout out Rock
Yeah.
Lee. Shout
Yeah.
out Rock
Six
Lee.
assists in 6 years
Yeah,
to that
yeah.
fucking ball.
Egypt. Right. So I'm gonna say
Yeah,
this
that's
works.
it.
All right. So it said Sarcasm. So this is the FPL code for the Sarcasm City TV FPL people, and I will put it out on the Twitter. I'll put it out on the Instagram as well. I was just making sure because I didn't set it up. It was Fats. He dropped a message in the group chat. I was like, I've set up a league. So I was like, all right, cool, no problem. And I just didn't double check it. So I was like, we'll just put it out on the socials. I mean, on the live stream and see if it works or not. So for those that are asking, there is
Should
the
I send the link
FPL
in?
Sarcasm. Yeah, drop the link, please, or then I can drop the link because I don't have the link because
Mhm.
FPL I don't deal with like that. But yeah, everyone asking is JM6HLI people. That is JM6HLI. That is the code right there. It's Fantasy Premier League. Yeah, Prime has dropped the link as well. I re-dropped that. I'll drop that as well. But yeah, you lot run up the likes. Over 50 of you lot in here. Let's get up to 60 likes as well. Continue to get your questions in. Members, Arab King, I've started your next question, but continue to get your questions in. If you are a member, I'll start them. I'll get to them. We're going to get predictions from everyone. Prime, your top 8, my friend.
Before I go, I've got a question.
cool. Of course.
What was it? The guy last season, when you were talking about United in terms of goals, how many goals did he say?
Oh, I can't remember the goals, but it was 156 GNA. You're talking about Angus.
Nah, see, you doing too much for us. He didn't say all that. You doing too
He
much. You
said
putting
that.
that.
You know what?
No, flawless is wrong. It wasn't 150.
I
Eddie,
remember 75.
It wasn't 156, flawless. It was
Eddie.
158.
No, Eddie. No, Eddie. This was not this season now. This is the season, just this last season. The start of
Last season, he said 158.
Fast forward a year from this.
Nah, he wasn't. It was solo. It was a solo dolo one. It was 156. You're thinking of this season. You know, I'll send you the clip. I'll send the clip to your gram when me and my friend Charles, Den and Angus, and we was putting the numbers together. Because I was doing a solo Random United, and I was like, you know what? Let's entertain this because he was adamant about it. So then we started adding up the numbers. and there's 156 GNA in the
Yeah,
league.
he had Bruno Fernandes. He had Bruno Fernandes getting 20, getting what 40 something GA. Marcus Rashford winning the Golden Boot. You know,
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, he
but
did.
just like
Team
everybody
title.
else that says, but just like everybody else that says these things, when the end of the season, you never see him again.
Yeah, we only seen him
Yeah.
that one time. He said it was before the Wolves game. It was the
Mhm.
reason
week
I
before
asked-
the Wolves game. Go on.
The reason I ask is because what are United fans predicting this season about third year?
Oh, it's not no GNA, but about the just the G,
top 8, buddy.
just
I want to
the
hear
G,
your Chelsea love
75 plus.
front and center. That's what I want to see.
But-
Where's Chelsea at? Fuck all the small talk, Prime. Where's
I-
Chelsea at?
I
This
mean,
season?
I don't think United are small talk, but it's my question. I just wanted to ask. What
It's,
No.
where is Chelsea?
I'm just asking
Where is
questions
Chelsea?
out here, Eddie.
what is it that you said, Flawless?
70. It's
No.
for most people 75 plus
75 plus. All right, fair enough.
goals. That's just goals.
Okay,
That's just
so
goals.
Prime,
All right,
before
my top
we
8.
continue, before you continue, I'm just going to say this right now to the United fans in chat. The only GA that you're going to see these players get is for games and appearances.
Hey, Kaneki, we have aura. We have aura. What do you mean? We have
aura. Yo,
We have
Eddie,
aura.
I'm about to send it to you now. Give me 1 second. I'm about to send it to your Instagram, Eddie. 1 second.
Aura, Man United have the aura of freaking Stephen Hawking.
Yo, Prime.
He's got good aura. I wish we had his aura. Hey,
Damn.
you know one thing he is?
You're
You know
fine.
what he is? Smart. You know what I'm saying? I wish we had his
I was
smart.
gonna say something else, but let me chill.
Innovative.
Let me chill. I was gonna say
Word
something.
of the day. Innovative. He's innovative. No?
Right, Eddie, I just sent it to you.
Innovative.
I just sent it to you on the, I just sent it to you on the gram, Eddie.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's on my phone. I gotta watch it later.
Yeah. That's fair. But yeah,
I'll
Prime
message
top 8.
back. I'll message
Yeah.
back.
You go 8 for first, leave it on. Start from first or start from 8.
Here we go.
Okay. My top 8. Do you want like reasoning or just?
Now, well, give us the 8 and then we'll go from there, depending. Because if you say City first, I'm not going to be like, yeah, what's your reasoning behind that?
Imagine if you
I
asked
can't
Tony
say
1
that.
through 8. That
we got there. Yeah. We did.
So long last night.
Listen, we'll get to Tony. We'll get to Tony after. Let's just hear.
Because he did.
I need to speak about that Tony thing. So
About Tony. I told y'all about Tony.
Tony didn't want to say City were going to win the league, so he was trying to bypass it.
exactly.
So we're not bypassing it. I'll just continue to. I'll ask you this question from now to the end of the season. So it's like you might.
Hearing Tony talk trash about Ligue 1, like 85% of Arsenal's legends didn't come from the French league. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
I will say from that show, I've got so many amazing clips. But anyway,
Same.
my 8. From 8 to first, I'll go from bottom to up. Spurs 8, United 7th, Newcastle 6th, Chelsea 5th. Villa and Liverpool, I think they're interchangeable between 3rd and 4th.
Okay.
Arsenal 2nd, City 1st.
Me and yours are so identical.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Me
that's
and you
reasonable.
have Spurs and City flip flop. Me and you both have Newcastle, Chelsea 6th and 5th. And then what did you have? Villa, Liverpool.
Liverpool and Villa 3rd and they could be either way with 3rd and 4th. They're very interchangeable, in my opinion. But I've got reasoning. I'm sure Eddie is shaking his head that he doesn't agree. Well, I can explain. What don't you agree with?
I wouldn't really complain if you said.
Don't worry, man.
6,
Eddie just,
though.
you know what it is, Prime. That's not aimed at you. Eddie just stressed about Manchester United. That's all it is.
Oh, you see the
That's
pros?
it.
I ain't stressed.
Okay, cool.
One word, aura.
Aura, man. Yeah, aura, man. And I can't wait for this. And you know what it is, Eddie?
You went out on a limb there, didn't you? Didn't you, Prime? Chelsea, was it 5th or 6th?
I said
Chelsea
5th.
5th.
5th. Hey, that's
I got them
fine,
5th too. I'm
proud of you. The belief.
Yeah.
The belief,
man.
I see you bleeding blue. It's a good sight to see.
I mean,
last season.
All humans have blue blood. Do you not have blue blood? You're not human?
I'm different, so I couldn't answer that question.
Anyways, people with the biggest smiles have the most pain hidden behind this. So I think Eddie's pain from Man United. But I'll explain my prediction.
What the fuck?
Cool. I can explain my prediction.
Cards you get that from?
I can explain my prediction. Eddie, you're in pain. I get it. You're in pain. It's cool. I get it. You're in pain.
Yo, Prime, 3rd and 4th, Prime, 3rd and 4th. How come you have Villa and Liverpool interchangeable?
Fucking fortune cookie over there, ain't you?
Because I think they're both like they'll both get top four. But the reason why they're quite interchangeable is because I look at Villa. People think because they're in Europe that they'll struggle in the league, but I don't think. I think quite similar to Newcastle that they're not going to get far in the Champions League. They'll either won't make it out of their group, or they'll get knocked out in the round of 16, and then that'll give them the push in the league. Whereas with Liverpool, I know the whole talk of them not signing a DM, but they've got like a balanced. They've got a balanced squad. I think Arne Slot will actually do well in the league, and they've got players that can bail them out in sticky situations. Alisson's a world-class goalkeeper that can bail them out if needed. Van Dijk, assuming he still performs at the same level, can bail them out if needed. You've got Salah, if performing at the same level, can bail them out if needed. You've got one of the best creators in the league in Trent. You know, so long as those world-class players are performing, they can bail them out of sticky situations. So that's why third and fourth are both quite interchangeable. I have Spurs 8th because I don't rate their actual squad. I think they've
Just say fuck Spurs, dog. Like honestly, let's not try and explain Spurs. Just say fuck because it's Spurs.
No, it's not.
Like, you don't need
No. But with Spurs, they've got a very, very good 11. But I think Van de Ven,
good 11.
Once that hamstring goes, like you'll start seeing their squad depth.
Yeah, they don't have a good 11. What do you mean?
I rate Ogie, but I think at times he has disciplinary issues. Romero, good defender, but he's a hothead. I look at Spurs' midfield. Maddison will be out for half the season, and the other half will be
just
up and down of form. I don't rate Son, etc. And with Ange, if he doesn't,
with Charleston and Solanke.
Also with Ange, I don't rate Solanke, but also with Ange, if he's not like actually back properly in terms of the squad, or he doesn't alter a few things with his system, it will start to get exposed like we saw last season. United 7th.
You don't need to explain that.
You don't need to explain that.
You don't need to explain. You don't need to explain that.
He does.
Go on, Brad. Go on, lad.
No, I was just going to say your biggest problem is Ten Hag. Like you've actually got good players in certain areas, but Ten Hag either won't play them or won't use them properly. Everyone talks about how good Ahmad and Sancho are, but is Ten Hag actually going to play them? Probably not.
Nah, going to use Mason Mount and Bruno.
Bruno's your main creator. I rate De Ligt, to be fair. You got Martinez. How long will he actually stay fit for? Your fullbacks will either be Luke Shaw, Tyler Malacia, or Mazwari. And then Dalot, I think he's average. And then you've got Onana.
You forgot another left back. You forgot Man United's other left back. You forgot Man United's other left back. No, I'm talking about Ten Hag playing Casemiro at left back like he did with Amrabat.
No, that's not our left back.
Fair enough.
Shout out to Scope Anthony. That's our left
anyway,
back.
anyway, to be fair, I think Anthony I would do well at left back, but you guys won't do that. Newcastle 6 because you guys aren't in Europe, so like playing once a week will actually suit you guys. But injuries to a few players and your squad depth will show. Like I've been telling Steve for like over a year now, I don't rate your squad depth. Chelsea, we've got too many attackers not to be able to get top 4. I think we will challenge for top 4, but what will let us down is our defense. We will leak way too many goals, which is why I have us 5th. And City winning the league because it's obvious they're the best team in the league, and Arsenal are just not good enough to beat them.
Yeah, that's facts.
So as everything currently stands, that's my predictions. And I'm saying this with Chelsea, regardless of whether or not we get Victor Osimhen. I believe we'll get him, but even if we don't, we still have enough goals to be able to go and push and try and get top 4.
Before we get to Jez's predictions and everyone else's, again, for everyone asking for the Sarcasm City FPL, there it is. The link's in the chat. The code is right there. I'll leave it on the screen for a strong minute. You see it right there. FantasyPremierLeague.com. Code JM6HLI. That is JM6HLI, people. So, Prime, just to clarify again, so you got City first, Arsenal second, Liverpool, Villa, interchangeable third and fourth, Chelsea 5th, Spurs 6th, Manchester United 7th.
Newcastle 6th.
Newcastle 6th. United 7th, Spurs 8th.
8th. Okay, cool. Now I'll just clarify. Jez, floor is yours. And actually, before we get to Jez's, what I will do, people, is once the window closes, I'll run a Q&A again, and we'll get everyone's predictions and to write them down. Same way with the fan calling shows, even though I've written them down for them. Once the window closes, I get everybody's again, because I'm going to we keeping the files, people. We keep in the finals,
Yeah.
and then once the season ends, then we'll see who was closest. And so yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, Jez, your top 8. You start 8 for first.
I'll start with first, but before that, real quick, Brian, did you see? That's hilarious because I saw that just now on my timeline. Did you see a Nigerian pastor telling Oshman not to join Chelsea?
Bro, he's the guy's an Arsenal fan. The guy's an Arsenal fan. I'm not taking what he says seriously, bro.
Fair
I was
enough,
just about to say that.
Yeah, I just saw that on the timeline. I found that
I can
hilarious.
tell by watching the video he's an Arsenal fan. I read through the comments and people are saying he's an Arsenal fan. Like he's the guy that knows pastor. Like I don't care what.
Yeah, listen, I heard he's a known pastor. That's all I'm saying. I know. I'm writing the clip back. If
our federation shouldn't call him up for international. He joins Chelsea. Are you crazy?
Hey, bro. All I'm saying before I go to my prediction is if you come Chelsea and flops, I'm using the clip. But hey, whatever.
Bro, if he flops at Chelsea,
my prediction. But hell yeah. But yeah, my winners are City, obvious. Arsenal, Liverpool. I go fifth because fifth I think Tottenham finished fifth. I think Chelsea finished sixth. Newcastle 7th, and United 8th. 4th. I'll put Villa there for just now.
So you got City. Who was second? Arsenal, yeah? City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Villa. 5th Spurs, 6th Chelsea, 7th. You say Newcastle.
Newcastle and United.
And then 8th Manchester United. Okay, fair.
I was saying though, because this is the ironic part. I see a lot of people say they should totally get top 4. I don't actually think so. Because I think Prime actually gave a couple of reasons why I think our season's not going to be as consistent. Because we're going to be in Europa. People forget there's also more games in Europa now. So if you don't even finish in the top 8, you're putting yourself even more potentially games coming up. We do need more signings. So let's see how they're going to end. But one thing, and I said this for example, I said this multiple times before. Fuck the defending. You can just score goals and make top 4.
True.
You don't need talented, amazing squads. Like you need a squad to go and win the league title, in my opinion. But to make top, like we had worse. We made top 4 with a season, but Ndombele and Wings was our pivot, and Ndombele was not running, and that was under Jose, that was under Conte. But that's kind of the point I'm trying to make. Like you don't need amazing squads. You just need to score goals. And one thing that our system does is create chances for our players. Some will go and score goals in our system. So will Sri Lanka. I do think we're gonna sign a right winger into the consideration of that. Even if we don't sign a right winger, I still do think that our players will put enough goals into this team. And I think about Madison, I've already put the prediction out there. I think Madison's getting benched at some point in this season. And there's not even these. This is not a slander thing. Obviously, you saw the Basuma thing, and he got suspended for the first game today.
Yeah, because he got caught.
And that was
himself laughing.
Yeah, and that was the club suspension. So the club didn't actually need to suspend him, but they did because obviously disciplinary reasons. So Archie Gray is gonna come in. So my Archie Gray prediction. It's illegal. It's illegal in the UK. It only came legal within last year.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, it just came legal within the last year.
Why?
So, before you go, my prediction of Basuma getting replaced by Gray is actually happening in game week 1. I say game week 3, so it's 2 games faster. So Madison is the last one who's something happens to Madison. Burwell's coming in, and I feel like those two gonna just rejuvenate the team in terms of the midfield because I feel like them two with Sarr can actually build a good relationship there and just a good midfield cohesion there. So mostly we will have to depend on staying healthy as well, which is an important thing. But so is pretty much the rest of the top 8 in my opinion. So everything can literally change if injury happens. So I just think we can go and score goals, to be honest. That's the main reason why I think we finished in 5th. But my main focus is more Europa and the domestic cups. I don't really care. Like even if we finish 6th, 7th, I don't really care, to be honest. But main objective is the domestic in Europa.
All right, that's
go on, Brian.
That's the question I have for you about Spurs. Do you guys think you have enough goals? Because I look at your squad in terms of what you have. Like I think Son might truly be done. I don't really rate Solanke like that, to be fair. You've got Brennan Johnson, and then I think you have someone else.
Yeah, we have a couple.
Werner.
We have bench
No,
players there.
not Werner.
Obviously,
You have another winger you signed last summer. What's his name?
oh, Solomon, but apparently he's going out on loan. He's going out on loan.
Oh, okay.
He's going on loan. So yeah, we obviously feel either not footballing reason, but which I agree why we want to get rid of. But that's why it also makes me think we go and sign a right winger. And also a couple of our academy players from last season who are actually shined, getting opportunities this year. So I expect them to go and show their worth in the team, and if they may be ready, if they need a loan in that. But the point with the goals is that our attack, technically our attack was worse last season than this season, which in my opinion, hasn't improved a lot, because I do think it's still a weak attack. Because I said last year, I don't rate our attack as highly as other people in my fan base do. But like I mentioned, the manager will put players into positions to go and score goals. We created a lot of chances, but if we had a bit more quality, we sometimes could have had actually situations where we could have outscored teams. So I'm not worried about. I said this more times already. I'm more worried about the fact that we are not trying to. Because I've been watching this preseason. I've been saying the Spurs, Chelsea, United, Chelsea, Spurs show. Are we doing it today, by the way, Flores?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously tuning people there. I'm gonna talk about that more later on, people in that show. But I talked about in the preseason how I don't like the fact that the manager hasn't addressed certain things just from a tactical standpoint. I'm not worried about the players that we are signing personally. Like I think Solanke can come in and score goals. I talked about how the fact that, and people have mentioned how our main back four / back five hasn't played together all preseason yet, which hasn't happened, and how if they all play, the amount of chances and goals conceded massively goes down. But this is where I say like it shouldn't be a thing where okay, we get an injury in the back line, all of a sudden it's acceptable that we go and concede all these goals. I say, what can we do this season to lower the chances of conceding goals or conceding chances, not even goals, chances, because some of the goals that we concede are comical and it just happens just from a positioning standpoint. Because I believe our back five, I don't believe our first 11 is actually that bad. I don't think so. I think that 11 can finish. I think our first 11 can.
Yeah.
I think personally the first 11, because the first 11 shot last season they can go and finish top 4. We was a win away to make top 4. This is with Villa having such an amazing season last year. People remember that. I remember the conversation with Villa, but I think I'm looking more from a tactical standpoint rather than the players that's still gonna come in, because I do think we're gonna sign players, but I have question marks. I'm noticing kind of things. I wrote some things down which I didn't like in pre-season, and some things are just from a tactical standpoint. I still don't understand how the manager can see our set piece problems from last season and not trying to address that. Because I still think, which is actually funny, because yesterday there came a rule out, which I think people had not seen. But apparently, when how Arsenal, for example, wrap the goalkeepers up in set pieces.
Yeah.
You're getting penalized for that. So you can't do that. So it would benefit us from defensive set pieces, but I don't like how we haven't tried to go and fix that. I don't think we even hired a coach for that either. So yeah, man, like I'm not concerned about the goal scoring aspect. I'm more so concerned about the way we concede chances. That's my main concern. And I'll be honest, I said already, it's a bit
as well. Set piece defending.
I mentioned set piece. Yeah, just chances conceded, which goes into set pieces, because sometimes we concede set pieces from defensive set pieces just from the fact of how we defended to begin with. And I said already
and
how
the main reason for that is your midfield.
That too. But that's also a fact of how the manager sets up the team in certain aspects, because because Bissouma in certain aspects isn't in right positions to go and anticipate the counter attacks. Obviously, we talked about how getting better attackers will actually help us to retain the ball better. I think not Bissouma. Solanke is going to be a lot better at helping us keeping the ball and holding up the ball in the front three. But that still doesn't change the fact that I said the conversation before, I don't think Sander is a left winger anymore. I don't think he has that technical.
Yeah, you said that.
Doesn't
Yeah,
have.
you said that.
I'm not confident really with him being the left winger out there. I'll be honest. I said this already. He's gonna go and score goals because Son is Son. He's gonna go and get his goals. But I'm not sure if he's gonna do the winger things that the manager wants to. I think Johnson. I think we need to go and get a right winger because I think Johnson needs to be a player who comes on and impacts the game because even his overall play has a lot to desire personally, but his numbers were still up. And I said there's two ways you can please me: either go and show it with the numbers, or show me the overall play.
Yeah.
So we have to see what we're still gonna do in the market. But I'm just more worried from a tactical standpoint in certain aspects. And I said this before as well with Madison. It's a big season, bro. It's a big season. I don't need 3 months, and then you go for the rest of the season. Because there's guys in the academy and guys that we sign, youngsters that we sign, who are ready to take the spot. In my honest opinion. Same with Bissouma. Even the manager has shown that Bissouma has to go and start earning the trust back. I talked about it in the first
can
group
play
chat.
in a spot, Jazz.
Who?
Spot. Lachalso.
Yeah, but the manager doesn't rate the Celso. Like I think he's getting sold. He doesn't rate him. So the Celso's not going to go there. I think Bergwijn as of right now is the obvious candidate to go and play there because Divine is not going to stay here.
Well, yo, Jess, let me get to
the
prediction. But people, Manchester United, Chelsea, Spurs show tonight, 11:45
PM
UK time, right here on the YouTube. Eddie, my brother, top 8. Floor is yours. You can start first, start 8.
Yeah. We're gonna start at 8.
Okay,
8.
let's go.
Definitely Chelsea at 8.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Definitely Chelsea. Newcastle 7th.
Yeah.
West Ham 6th.
Okay.
Spurs 5th.
Let's go.
Manchester United 4th.
Let's go. Let's go.
This is the one.
Go ahead.
Arsenal 3rd.
Okay. Arsenal 3rd.
Aston Villa 2nd.
So who's top?
Man City.
Wait, did
Scouts
you
don't get no love over here.
Yeah, Scouts mentioned Liverpool.
Scouts in 9th place. Scouts in 9th place.
Hey, yo, Steve,
no love over here.
That's a clean strike, that right there. And my life is gone. Thank you. Thank you, Florida Power Company.
So 8th, you got Chelsea. I'm not surprised by that. Who was 7th again? 8th, Chelsea. 7th.
And to be fair, the only reason that Chelsea are in 8th is because there's an age requirement to be in the top 7 that Chelsea at this point just has not hit. So that's why they've been moved to 8th.
So Chelsea 8th. Was it Newcastle 7th?
Yes.
Newcastle 7th.
Steve is here. I don't feel like going too harshly on Newcastle. He's my dog.
Newcastle.
So I'll let them live.
6 is who? Spurs, you said, yeah?
West Ham.
West Ham was 6. 5th was
Spurs. Because Jess is my dog too.
Yeah. 4th, Manchester United.
You already know what it is.
Arsenal. 2nd, Aston Villa. Top was Manchester City. All right, first. Yeah. Eddie, top 8 prediction as I expected. Filled with dislike for rivals that I respected. Man, I respect that. Yeah. I respect that.
There's some things you can't avoid. Like, again, I almost want to go take a shower for saying that Man City would be first, but for the sake of time, I'll stick it out. And so they have to go there.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, that's fair. No stress. Kaneki, what are you saying? Top 8.
Wait, can you guys hear me? I'm on mobile data because my power went. There's a cyclone going on outside.
Oh, geez, stay safe out there, man. So, 8th, you can either start 8th or start first. Eddie's top 4, Warrior J, was Manchester United, Arsenal, Aston Villa, Manchester
City.
Yeah.
Aston Villa, Arsenal, Manchester United.
There you go. So Liverpool in his top 8. I respect that.
Okay. Well, based on the signings that have been made so far, I'm going to.
Yeah, it's as constructed.
Eddie, where did Liverpool finish?
Mm-hmm.
You got them 9th.
Mm-hmm.
Where did Liverpool finish?
9th.
I respect
Rightfully
it.
so.
I respect it.
All right, so I'm going to go by the signings that have been made so far. So in 8th, as I said last time, in 8th is still Manchester United, and I'm not moving Man United from 8th. I'm not moving Manchester United from fucking 8th. You're not going into a league with Bruno Fernandes and Scott McFucking-Tomney and think I'm going to be here and be like, yeah, man, top 4. Fuck you and everything about these goddamn shit. That bald-headed cunt as fucking manager.
See you next Tuesday. See you next
See you
Tuesday.
next
See you next Tuesday.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah,
Trying to get my
apologize.
demonetized, man.
Okay. So no, Man United 8th. I'm still putting Spurs 7th
Okay.
because, as I said, it takes 2 injuries for that entire team to collapse. 2 injuries, that entire team is done. So 6th, I'm putting West Ham.
Okay.
5th is going to be Chelsea.
Mhm.
4th is Aston Villa. 3rd is Liverpool. 2nd, Arsenal. And 1st is City.
So first City, second Arsenal. Who was third again? Did you say?
3rd is Liverpool.
Third Liverpool, fourth Villa. Who you say?
Yeah.
Fifth,
4th
fifth
Villa.
Chelsea, sixth
5th
West Ham.
Chelsea. 6th West Ham.
Yeah.
7th Spurs. 8th is Manchester United.
All right, cool. Fair
And so what? Newcastle 9th?
Yeah, Newcastle 9th. Hold that, man.
Yeah,
Hold that.
you
I might
guys,
be
you
coming
guys,
up.
the
Yeah.
signings
Hold
that
Newcastle
the
and Cups.
signings you guys have made has not impressed me.
Like, still, let's go.
Yeah,
No, the
Newcastle and Cups.
signings you guys have made so far hasn't impressed me. I've spoken with you about this.
Yeah, I can't even like blame you for that. If we
Yeah,
sign
right.
Gacy,
Tonali's like a new signing. Tonali's like a new signing. We ain't seen him yet, you know.
Tonali, yeah.
Who?
Tonali.
Who?
Mr. Bet Online.
Tonali?
Mr. Bet Online.
You mean the mafia boss?
Yeah.
Mate.
Right.
He's too busy organizing crime.
He's gonna be bossing. He gonna be bossing Manchester United's field of mid. You know what I'm saying?
I bet I need to be
Is that what you
bossing
want?
his bet
Bossing the
365 fan.
midfield of mid. Oh my god, field of mid. You know what? Don't just leave the simile, leave the metaphors
It's
alone.
high
Please.
level mid.
Leave
It's
the
high
word.
level
Leave the
mid.
wordplay
High
alone, man.
level
Please.
mid. High-
That is
They
terrible.
work hard. They work
That is
hard.
like
They play the
I'm
game
cold
the
like
right
ice. You
way.
know what I'm saying?
That's what
High
the girl.
level
That's what the
mid.
girls say to me. You know, the
I don't
word
need.
play.
I don't.
Hey,
I'm
yo.
sure your web. Yo, Warrior J really said field of mid, you know. Like really, I thought that was great wordplay. That's like hot like fire, Lord of mercy. That's what that is. Cold like ice. Jesus. Oh my Lord of mercy. Where was he at? I forgot what I was even gonna say. Yeah, my top 8. I'll give it again. Yeah, City first, Arsenal second, Liverpool third, Chelsea fourth, Villa fifth, Spurs sixth, United seventh, Newcastle 8th.
Believe in the aura, Flawless and Kaneki. Believe in the aura.
I believe in the aura. That's why I got
Contract
7th, man.
Bruno.
Eddie,
This is what they.
I've seen piles of shit with more aura than Man United.
Yeah, we're doing this. You know what? Aaron King will end on this. We'll end on this. We are going to redirect to Sheik people. Who are the current top 5?
People what they want.
Who the current top 5 Premier League managers? Obviously, Pep, Unai Emery.
Pep, Emery.
Yeah, Emery's
and that's it.
He's the top 5.
Oliver Glasner. I'm gonna throw Oliver Glasner.
It's too early. It's too early.
No, I'm not putting in the Crystal Palace. I'm not putting the Crystal Palace manager.
No, we're just talking about the managers in general, though. Just
yeah,
the
top
manager.
5. Yeah, top 5. I tell you, no, it's not resume. It's just level right now. Like in terms of just straight level.
Because I watched Glasner in Frankfurt, and he's a
he's good. He's good.
I don't put him.
He's a cup manager. That's what it is.
Right,
he is a
so
cup
we can agree on Pep, Emery, Arteta. They're 3 of the 5.
Yeah,
none of us are agreeing on Arteta. No one's agreeing on Arteta.
In that order.
So we're saying Pep, Arteta. No, there's no order, by the way. They're saying it's Emery, and then we need 2 more.
Bro, throw Sean Dyche in my dog, bro. Keep Everton up like the way.
Hey, mute Jess, please. Mute Jess, please.
My dog, bro. That's my dog right there.
What we saying about Ange?
Yeah, I put him in my top 5. Yeah, I don't think the level of managers are that high in the league. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why I said Glasner.
Yeah, I heard the chapter show. I heard the chapter show.
If Glasner is going in, then we have to put the West Ham manager in. That's the reason why I said I'm not putting Glasner, because I don't want to put the West Ham. Yeah, I don't want to put him top 5.
we say? All right, what we saying about Eddie Howe?
I don't know.
Attacking,
Nah,
but
Eddie Howe's a good coach, but it's like,
questions.
He's good, but top 5.
I would
That's
say
a
so.
stretch.
Man's finished 4th and 7th in the
bro,
past 2 seasons.
bro, outside show. But obviously, these guys are gonna start
Outside
bullying
show,
me.
yes.
Outside show,
Outside show, yes.
they're gonna show at me, bro. But Ariola is the 5th. I'm putting
I
Ariola
like
5th.
Andoni Iraola. I do like him.
He's extremely underrated, bro.
Is
He's
he
underrated.
is he better than Eddie Howe?
Yeah, I'd probably take him.
I think
Yes.
he takes the Newcastle. He
Yes,
could
he
take the
is.
Newcastle shot,
I would
and
take
that's
him
the
at
same thing.
Newcastle right
I think
now.
he does. I think he does.
Who's
a
the
good job
Brighton
with
manager
Newcastle.
again? Like, can someone refresh on me?
It's Fabian Hitzler. From he just came in.
Hutzler.
Yeah, I'm putting him there. He's from Stuttgart.
No, that's
St. Pauli.
that's St. Pauli. They won the second Bundesliga last season.
Yeah. Okay, then yeah.
Who y'all filled out the
So
five
we've
with?
got so we've got Pep, Emery, Ange, Arteta, one more.
I'll put Ariola.
I would say
Yeah,
Ange.
I think so too. It's
put
not in order,
Ange
by the way.
top 5.
It's not in order.
It's no order because
It's
you know
not
what
in
it is,
order.
Eddie?
No, I
the
hear
level
you.
the level is not high. That's why I'm saying Ange.
Ooh, that's
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
but
so.
I think he had a good
because
first season.
here's my thing, right? Here's my thing.
Go on.
If we're going off of last season, right? I just don't think that's enough to say Ange's top 5 yet. Because again, no one, honest to God's truth, after what Ten Hag did in his first season to his second season, I don't think any first-time manager should really get love like that on this list.
No, I heard that.
Because it could crash and burn.
But if
We've been talking about
we change it.
we've been talking about the depth of your squad and what it looks like and the problems that you're having right now. So that's my thing. I would.
I heard that.
I'd probably go Eddie Howe before I say Ange, if I'm being honest.
No,
I said
I
that.
heard that. I heard that. The reason why I'm saying Ange can go in there because, like Flo always just mentioned, you can always change it. And what I've seen from the first half, let's be honest, the conversation about Spurs last season was a lot more spooky than this season. I was hearing relegation. I was hearing 15th and genuine Jones to 15th. Not people talking. No, there wasn't a joke. People were serious about it. There was bookmarks.
I think Spurs to finish like 10th
mid-table. There were genuine Jones for mid-table and lower. People forget the conversations. We had the conversations.
Facts. We
had the conversation last season
because they lost.
People forgot that. So, considering that context, considering how people viewed our attack, how people didn't know much about Edogi, Vicario, and Van der Ven going into the season either. People were looking at Pro saying he was stripping all of January till the season ended under Conte. Just me. That's why I say. That's why I'm not even mad at people putting us at 8th or 7th and shit like that, because I think the levels. Because I think anywhere from 4th to 8th is not far apart from each other. You saw it last season.
Yeah.
So considering all the context from last season and how he was able to push us through to 5th with the injuries that we have, like people forgot we went 6 weeks. We went 6 weeks with no centre backs. But both of the first team went centre backs. So I put the manager in the top 5, but that doesn't mean that it can't change all of a sudden. He can have a very shit season. No, the perspective change, because I had Ten Hag after the first season in the top 5 too.
Yeah, but things change. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it can change. It can always change. So
I agree with that.
And what about Ten Hag? Got 3rd FA Cup.
Meet this guy.
Yeah, we just.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
We stay doing. Yeah, we stay.
Why
Make sure you subscribe to his channel.
Well,
we move. Go on.
Thank you. Why all this praise for what?
Say that again. You broke up, Prime. Did you say why all this praise for Lopetegui?
Yeah, all this praise for Lopetegui. No one's mentioned him.
I don't know too much about him to be like.
I just don't rate him, to be honest.
No, the reason why I do is based on his philosophy and how he plays, basically. That's the reason why I put him up there, because I'm looking at him and I'm like, if I give you a team and allow you to basically manage, like no restrictions, no, you have to do this, you have to play this, just your way of just going down and saying, okay, let the good players play, and let the system players fit in the system so the good players don't have to play restricted. That's Lopetegui's football. That's Lopetegui. It's the reason why when the West Ham fan was here, I said, if you think you're going to go into this league with Cresswell, Emerson, and Wan-Bissaka and Kufal, I'm going to laugh at you. Your fans are going to see ball playing centre backs, and you're going to start crying, fam. Like your team is good, but if you think you're going anywhere with Ward-Prowse and Souček, and you don't think you need covers in for a rude awakening, because how Lopetegui
Alvarez.
plays is very rigid.
They do got
They
Alvarez.
have him, but it's the whole space of how rigid his team is. Their players are going to start falling one by one, because you can look in the into the West Ham team, and you can tell the players that aren't fit. The ones that if they run for like half an hour, they're finished. But how Lopetegui is that I see just from the way he implements his tactics and how you see his teams play football is the reason why I'm saying it's the whole thing with Arteta when everybody's like, look how Arsenal are playing now with Arteta. It's not Arteta's football, by the way. This man is copying Pep's homework, but just wording it different. That's what's happening there. But Lopetegui's football is actually different, and I actually see where it's going. It's the reason why I hold him highly, because I'm like, know what, West Ham, it's sink or swim for you now, Lopetegui. Because I say that a better club, people would have more respect for you now. So now at West Ham, now with him, I need to see him either implement his style of football, because if he reverts and try and play West Ham football, I'll hold my hands up and say that was wrong. So my whole putting Lopetegui's here is just based on what I've seen from him over the years so far. It's actually been decent.
You know what? That's the thing with me and Lopetegui. I respect him as a manager, but I just don't respect his style, because I know what I'm gonna get. They're gonna be defensively sound.
Yes, they will.
They'll be smart on the ball. And I think Kaneki makes a great point in saying that will allow them to actually play meaningful minutes a lot more, because they won't have to worry about players being injured. The thing with Moyes is Moyes sat back, but he had them running around like headless chickens. So like everybody was trying to defend everybody, but no, there was no real structure to that defending, and that's what they just kind of got found out. So I think for me though, it was just the players they brought in that pushes me to have them as highly as I did, because they're all competent, and I think Lopetegui can definitely get a tune out of them. So that's why I had them pretty high up.
That's fair. Can you go, Kaneki, 1 second?
He'll have his work cut out with putting Wan-Bissaka at that right back spot and trying to play football with him. But defensively, he'll have Wan-Bissaka doing what he's supposed to. I think he'll be getting the coaching that he needs from that manager.
Well, that's fair. And to anyone before, because we are going to close out, people got to go play football. For anyone who's saying, "Oh, why is Ten Hag not there in the top 5?" Because we had our worst ever Premier League finish.
I suggested
negative goal difference,
and our worst ever Champions League, the worst ever Champions League campaign in British history. That's why Ten Hag's not getting in the top 5.
Because
it is. But love to everyone that has locked in. Big up to Mike for the super chats. Big up to all the mods. Big up all the members, all the regulars, any new people. Love to everyone watching this back now.
One more thing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, go.
Hey, just Basuma, put the balloons down, my boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't be trying to bring your
not only that, man. And
we get two more.
Okay, so before everything else, for people that even question it about Lopetegui, don't let the Real Madrid job fool you. He was shit at Real Madrid. Yeah, that was 2018. He was crap, but that man played a big part in Porto's dominance in Liga NOS, and everyone is forgetting that he whooped Man United with Sevilla in the Europa League.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I had to. Mario, big up though, man. Hey, Vudge, like I said, big up Kingsman, big up, man, to everyone supporting, whether you're watching this live, watching this back after. Thank you. Man, don't
Richie
forget,
442.
you get this show, people. You'll get a Q&A every Thursday, 5 p.m. UK time, people. 5 p.m. UK time every Thursday. You will get a Q&A on a weekly basis. We're back live tonight, 11:45 p.m. UK time, Manchester United, Chelsea, Spurs show. And I have dropped the code for the Fantasy Premier League. Sarcasm City, FPL is there, people. So you can join fantasypremierleague.com. You can see the code on the screen right there, JM6HLI. Before I actually go to football, I'm going to put it out on all the socials. I'll put it on the community page as well, people. So if you want to join the FPL, it's right there. You know, we're asking for it. Salute to Fats. Fats actually making himself useful. Actually showing up. You know, actually did something. So shout out to Fats each and every time. But we're going to redirect right now to Sheik, because Sheik's live. He's doing, I believe it's a prediction for the Manchester United Fulham game. And that being said, we'll be back live tomorrow as well, people. For that game, we'll be live tomorrow. Literally.
The aura
an hour before kickoff, people. But actually, that being said, before that, I will run another Talk Your Ish, another fan calling show for you lot to call in, where we get more top 8 predictions, people. Yeah, more top 8 predictions from you lot and predictions on the weekend's games as well. And someone asked actually about that. Warrior J mentioned it. So I'll do that quickly. We'll run through this really, really quick. So give me 1 second, people. Give me 1 second. Steve, we'll start with you. Manchester United Fulham prediction.
I actually caught a Fulham. Let me think here.
I'll take your time. Yeah, we'll
go
do
to the next
Eddie,
person.
Manchester United Fulham.
1-0.
Is that all the Oris only get us 1 goal, fam? Damn.
Who? 1-0 who?
The aura
Damn.
brings the dubs.
It's just the dubs.
Anyway.
Okay.
It brings the dubs. Wait, Eddie.
All right. So wait. So 1-0. Yeah, 1-0
Well,
Manchester
yeah, we
United.
just show up, we get the job done.
What you saying, Jez? Fulham, Manchester United.
4-0 United, 71 goals to go.
All right. Hideki, what you saying?
Wait, can you guys hear me again? I'm on mobile data, so everything is flipping on and on. Yeah, man. Yeah, 0-0 still.
0-0. Steve, you got a scoreline for us.
2-1 Fulham.
Okay, there we go. We'll go to you, back to you, Kaneki. Ipswich Town, Liverpool.
Yeah, I got 5-0 Liverpool written all over it.
Okay, 5-0 Liverpool. Jez?
I don't know. So 3-0 Liverpool.
Eddie?
You got them finishing 9th, by the way.
Yeah, it'll happen towards the back end. They'll get this one. The collapse is coming. The collapse will come later on down the line.
Steve?
Give me a 1-1.
Okay, 1-1. All right, staying with you, Steve. Arsenal Wolves.
2-0 to the Arsenal. 2-0 Arsenal.
Eddie?
Yeah.
Who? Arsenal and who?
Emirates.
Arsenal and Wolves.
Wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2-1.
2-1 Arsenal, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Jez?
I think Arsenal get it done. I think 2-0.
Okay, that's cool. Kaneki?
Yeah, Wolves ain't scoring. Wolves ain't doing shit. I'm going 4-0 Arsenal.
Okay, staying with you, Kaneki. Chelsea, Manchester City on the Sunday. I laughed.
Yeah, 3-0 Manchester City.
3-0 Manchester. Yes.
No, this is gonna be hilarious. But 4-2 City.
4-2 City, Eddie.
2-0 City.
Steve.
3-3.
Okay, high scoring. Steve, staying with you. The Monday game, Leicester City, Tottenham Hotspur.
Come back to me on that.
Okay, cool. Got you, Eddie. Leicester City, Tottenham.
1-1.
1-1. Jez, your beloved Spurs.
I think we win. I think we win 3-2.
3-2. What are you saying, Kaneki?
Nah, it's 2-0 Spurs.
Spurs. Okay, all right. Steve.
You know what? I'll go with the 2-1 Leicester.
Okay, all right.
What about the
No,
other
no.
games? What about the other ones?
We don't care.
No one cares.
Whoa,
We
whoa.
don't
Can we
care.
at least
We don't.
cater-
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about Nottingham Forest versus Bournemouth. Respectfully,
I
You know what
do.
I'm saying in that.
I'll be doing.
Respectfully.
Hey, I'll actually. I gotta
Newcastle.
ask
I'll
you
ask
about.
you. Newcastle, Southampton. I'll ask you solely.
Oh, that's a good game.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Newcastle, Southampton.
Yeah. Great game. I agree with you, Eddie, man. You know what that's got? The A word, aura. You know what I'm saying? It's got the aura, fam.
If it
Hey,
does,
this could
It's
be
the guy,
another-
but it's got the aura.
Hey,
okay.
Flawless,
There's
look out,
capital
it could
A,
be
there's
another-
a lowercase a.
Yeah,
That's
they
a
lowercase A, or they lowercase A.
Flawless,
Yeah.
look out, because it
Lowercase
could be
A.
another 4-4. You never know.
What do you
Never
think
know.
the scoreline is going to be, Steve?
Uh,
I got
I'll
to go. I
probably
got to
go-
go football.
I'll
So
go with
in.
a 3-1 Newcastle.
Thank you. All right, you got 3-1.
And then I'm gonna also go for a 2-1 Bournemouth win over Forest. Brighton are gonna smack up Everton 4-0. West Ham Villa is actually a good game to predict. That's actually a good game. I'll go for a 2-2. And then Brentford Palace, I'll go for a 2-2.
Right, cool. There you go, people. Right, I would have done more of the scores, but I gotta go, people. So love to everyone that's locked in. We're gonna redirect to Sheik.
Yeah,
This show you'll
I'm
be
trying
getting all
not
the
to
audio
dwell from the
platforms as well.
cycle. What the hell?
Yeah, man. Stay safe out there. But love to everyone that's locked in. This has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A
And there
live
goes
on the
someone's
Sarcasm
launcher.
City TV YouTube. Thank you very much
HI.
for tuning in.